What's up everybody and welcome to my channel. That is not something that I ever thought that I would actually say. This is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, but just like anything else, it's scary to put yourself out there, and finally this is something that I feel as though I need to do. I need to step outside my comfort zone a little bit, and this just seems like the way that I need to go. This is something that I need to explore. And so when I reached out on Instagram and Facebook and asked people to send in questions, anything that they wanted to know about me, I explained that I was starting a YouTube channel and that within the next couple days I wanted to record and upload a video. And the most common question that I got was, why YouTube and what goals do you have for your channel? And I will say why YouTube is I watch a lot of YouTube and it's always something that has intrigued me. It's a community and it's something that I've wanted to be a part of for a very long time, and like, don't get it twisted at all. This is not something that I'm in for the fame by any means. This is definitely something that this is for me, and I feel as though I need to document my life. That's why YouTube. And it's to be part of a community. It is to find myself once again. I've been kind of in this rut and I need to kind of find myself. I need to find my interests. I need to explore myself as a human, and it's something that I am very interested to see where it goes. That said, I don't really have a clear path for where I want this channel to go. I have a lot of hobbies, and I don't think it's wise at this point to kind of put myself into a box and decide right now, like, I'm going to be a lifestyle, I'm going to be a makeup, I'm going to be any sort of channel, or like a true crime channel, or conspiracy theories, or anything like that. I don't want to put a theme on my channel just yet until I kind of find my niche and where I am as a person, where I am as a creator, and see what, if anybody watches, see what they're kind of wanting and are liking to see from me. So until then, I don't really have a clear path on where this channel is going. That said, I didn't really get many questions outside of that because I obviously don't have a large following. So that's kind of all I got in terms of questions. I did get one question from a friend of mine about my curly hair and my, like, what I do to take care of my hair. And I do have plans for a video outside of this one on kind of what I do with my hair and how I take care of my hair. That said, I am aware that my hair blends in with the backdrop, so as we kind of go here, I'm working out kinks. Yes, this wasn't something that I spur of the moment decided I was doing. It's something I've been thinking about for a long time, but until I finally decided today's the day, I'm doing it today, this is kind of what I have available to me. So I'm working out kinks, and just work with me here. It's definitely a learning curve. I have no one showing me how to do any of this. I'm just kind of winging it, and I'm figuring it out as I go. Me and my husband are figuring it out. That said, I do have some, like, a get to know me Q&A type of video planned, so without further ado, let's get into it. So like I said in passing before, I do have a husband. I am married. His name is Anthony, and I have a child. I'm a mom. I have a young son named Emmett, and I am in medical assisting school. So that's not a nurse per se. I am much less training. So the nurse is on, like, the hospital level, and the medical assistant's in the clinic. So I am just wrapping up medical assisting school. I am about halfway through my last quarter of schooling. And then I have what's called practicums, and that's essentially clinicals. I work on the job. Once that's done, I take my certification exam, and I'm done. So I'm very excited about that. I really enjoy making a difference in people's lives, and I really love working in the healthcare system and helping people. So that's definitely a perk to me. At some point, I would potentially like to be an RN or a registered nurse. We'll just kind of see where life takes me at this point. First and foremost, being a wife and mother is what's really important to me, is being a good mom. So at some point I would like to stay home and be a stay-at-home mom, but until then, this is definitely a career path that works really well for me. I love to cook, and I am vegan. So lately I've been doing a lot of dabbling in vegan baking. I've only been vegan for a few months, but before that I was a vegetarian. I've been kind of toying with the idea, and I finally decided one day that I was taking the plunge, and it's been a few months and it's been going very well. I'm vegan for the animals and for the environment, and mostly I'm vegan for myself because I feel best on a plant-based diet. I love true crime. Anything true crime, conspiracy theories, I think supernatural, like it's all my guilty pleasure. So I follow a lot of true crime YouTubers, and I just kind of follow that. Investigation Discovery, I am way into it. So there's that too. I am a coffee junkie, and I drink an embarrassing amount of coffee every single day. So we're not going to get into that, but I just love coffee. It's what, as a mom and as a student, it is what drives me. It's what carries me through the day. I am 23 years old, and my birthday is in December. I'm a Sagittarius. Take that with what you will. I am a true Pacific Northwesterner through and through. I'm just, by definition, I love being outside. I love hiking. I love the beach. Kind of a hippie. I drink a lot of coffee. I love hair and makeup. So I am super girly girl. You would never know it because motherhood's forced me to lower my standards like a lot. But if I can find some pictures, I'll insert them. I've really loved to do my hair and makeup in the past. Something I was very, very into, and something I'm hoping to once again get into at some point. I'm doing my friend's makeup for her wedding, which I'm very excited about, and we'll kind of see where that goes. I am very, very active. Lately I've been having a hard time being active because I've had, not a ton, but some issues with my heart and my heart rate. So I've been told by my doctor I need to step down a little bit and not be as active, but I really do love being active. I'm obsessed with workout clothes. Kind of a gym rat, so that's something I'm hoping to get into once again. I met my husband in college, and originally when I was going to college, because all through high school, it was a very clear idea to me that I wanted to be an elementary school teacher. It's what I wanted to do for a very long time, but once I went to college, I decided that the university really wasn't for me. So I left college, and I decided I no longer wanted to be an elementary school teacher. And I went totally opposite and decided that I was going to sell wedding gowns. So I sold wedding gowns for a couple years, and I really loved it. I really loved helping women feel positive, making them feel empowered. And there's nothing quite like helping a woman feel beautiful. So I really love doing that. But I needed a little bit more flexible hours, and decided that I wanted to go into medical assisting school. So this was more nerve-wracking to me than it should have been, because I am just sitting at home in front of my camera, but I find it very, very difficult talking about myself. I'm my own worst critic, and I am a self-proclaimed outgoing introvert. And essentially what that means, if you don't know, is to a lot of people I seem like an extrovert. I'm pretty outgoing. I can talk to just about anybody. It exhausts me. I will say I'm trying to not let my anxiety define me. It's something that I've been struggling with for a very long time, because I do have awful anxiety. And a lot of times you never know, but that's one of those, mental illness is one of those things that you don't necessarily know, and it's sneaky, and your neighbor who seems like they have it all put together could be suffering from the worst depression. That's why it is so important to kind of know yourself and just be kind to people. So I have really awful anxiety. I really enjoy singing. I'm kind of basic. I'm a basic girl, and I really love to sing. I'm not very good at it, but I love doing it anyway. I have a couple really strange talents, and one of them freaks my husband out. I have really long toes, and I can pick up almost anything with my feet. So I can, like, if I drop like a paper clip or like a bobby pin, bobby pins are everywhere in my house. I drop them everywhere, but I can pick up bobby pins with my toes and like hand them to my husband. It freaks him out, but it's something I've always been able to do, and it's very strange, useless talent that I have. I am very, very excited to be here. So, like I said, this isn't necessarily something that I'm doing for other people. If I reach an audience, then perfect. I'm hoping to bring positivity and hope and just light to people's lives. But more so, I'm hoping to bring that to my life. I've seen a quote going around, and it's something, it really struck me. I really identified with it, and it's, you were a person before you had a baby, and before you had a child. And while the fact that my life has really revolved around my family is absolutely something that is what it is. That's how it's supposed to be, and I wouldn't change it for anything. I love the role that I have, and I love how active I am with my family. But you were a person before you had a family, and that person matters. She still matters, and that's something that's not very talked about. I feel like it's kind of swept under the rug, that like outside of the year where any sort of mood disturbances, postpartum depression, postpartum mood disturbance, postpartum anxiety, there's a whole realm about that. And while society has gotten a lot better about talking about it, which is fantastic because it's important and it's real and something that before this wasn't talked about enough, but while they're still talking about it, and while that's fantastic, nobody's talking about after that. It's your identity is wrapped up in this person, and you lose it. For at least I did. I lost my identity as I am to myself, and she matters. And if nothing else from my channel, I want people to know that they matter. You need to love yourself, and you need to understand that you matter, and everything else kind of falls into place. So I've always struggled with self-love, and it's finally something that I'm starting to come into, and it's been really amazing. So I'm hoping, if nothing else, I reach people and help them love themselves. And if things aren't always easy, and that's okay. So we're gonna learn together, and I'm really hoping to create a community of people who can just be there for each other. So that is my hope and my intent. We'll see where it goes. If nothing else, I'm looking forward to kind of finding myself. Anyway, let's wrap this up. I'm losing the light. I'm hoping that YouTube and this channel will provide me an outlet. I've always been that person that really needs to have a creative outlet, and I haven't necessarily had that. That's me. Not me in a nutshell. Obviously there's much more to me than that, but I've been wanting to start this for a very long time, as I've said before, and I always felt as though it's not gonna be good enough. I don't have good enough equipment. I don't have enough time. I don't have an idea for really fantastic content. My nails haven't ever looked good enough, but it's finally dawned on me that no matter how ready I am, no matter how prepared I am, your first video is always gonna be awful, and you just need to get it done. You're never gonna have a 50th if you don't have your first. So here's my first video. I have a lot of ideas. I have kind of an idea where, at least the next couple months, where I want this channel to go, but just please comment below anything that you want to see from me, any sort of feedback, anything's helpful. Constructive criticism, but I'm really just hoping to create just a very positive, warm, welcoming community. So just keep that in mind before you jump into the comment section below, and I really hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Whoa, what happened with the light? Wow. Holy moly, the sun's setting. Now I really blend in with the backdrop.